cracking, YouTube? Welcome back to Meyer's Two-Stroke RC Garage. And today, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to be going over some more new parts. And then we're going to be doing some wrenching on, we're going to be swapping out one of these lightweight centers, and I want to go over some stuff there. And then, let's see what else we got. Yeah, so I want to get you down here closer to the bench, and we'll go over some of these new parts and stuff, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I got you guys down here closer to the bench, and one thing I wanted to mention is I did get the Taylor Easy Starter. I got it put on the 71 Supreme, and what I did was I switched it out here. Hold on a second. Okay, so what I did was I switched the handle out because it came with this little dinky thing on it, and so I switched it out with the original one. And I don't know how many people are really familiar with these Easy Starters, but they are a completely different beast than, or animal, or whatever you want to say, than the normal starters. What you do with them is you just give them a steady, strong pull, and they got a mechanism inside there that, you know, you're winding another spring that spins the engine over. So that's what makes it the Easy Starter. So yeah, I switched out that. I just like that handle. It's just more comfortable, you know, to me, and everything. So another thing I wanted to go over is when you do order this, if you do order one, you have to specify what coil you have. And I have the V2 coil, and you can see how it's machined around the coil. That's all the starter that's machined around it and everything, and it goes back into there. That's just, so that's just the reflection because the stuff's polished so much. There's not two bolts there. There's just one, but you know, you can see how it's machined around the coil. So you got to specify what coil you have. And I don't know, you know, I've seen people put these on the Taylor 35. I don't know what kind of coil you got to specify for that. But anyways, yeah, this is the you know, I specified it for the V2 big bore coil. So, and I've already used it once. I started it last night in the garage, and it is so much easier to start. For, you know, it really wasn't hard to start, you know, I guess, so to speak, before, but I guess it's a lot easier. So that's what I'm trying to say. And then I didn't notice any kickback. You know, I could feel it try to kick back, but it didn't. I couldn't feel it through the starter. And then, yeah, and then, so I didn't nick up my knuckles or anything on that head, because I don't know if anybody saw in my last run video of this 71, you know, the second tank on the ground, but over by my box of tools and stuff, I had a glove, and I used a glove to start it because I didn't want it kicking back and beating up my hands. So, but anyways, now that we got this Taylor Easy Starter on it, it doesn't seem to do that quite so much. So, so yeah, then let me grab a drink of coffee, and we'll flip our focus over here. And what we have here is we have the Genesis lightweight BRP style centers for the well, I got spikes. I got Genesis spikes, so I really like them. They're really aggressive. They never sell you short of any kind of traction if there's anything out there to get. So I love those. So I'm switching. I'm switching from the 24 millimeter hex style to the BRP style. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And then what I want to do is I want to go over the different offsets that you can do even with the brand new ones. Before you put them on, you can do this little trick. I don't know if it's a trick. Maybe all kinds of people know about it. And I just want to make sure, you know, anybody who watches my channel, they know they can do this, because it gives you quite the advantage when it comes to width. So, all right, so I got you guys where you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully, for the most part. Here, let me situate this stuff just a little bit. And And what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna be pulling all these out. I've already pre-loosened them, you know, broke them loose, so. Find a spot to set them. Last one. Okay, and take all those out, and you got your center that pops out. And what I wanted to go over here, you know, as far as, you know, what I wanted to touch on here is you can do this one of two ways. Okay, let me see what kind of view you guys are getting. So you can do this one of two ways. You can put this disc in, what is it, through this way, and you can run your wheel like that, and then you see how much offset is to the inside, okay? That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about changing offset. So what I do is I run mine like this, okay? And then you have that small dish on the backside, and you have this big dish on the inside, and that makes it so pretty much like the BRPs, you know, inch and a half, inch and 3/4. You can see how much wider it makes it. So it makes it, you know, substantially wider in my opinion. So I wanted to touch on that. Okay, and so what we're gonna do to mount this is we're gonna go like this. Line up our bolt hole. We're just gonna run it in there to get it in there. That way everything's still loose. We can get, what I like to do is I like to get 4 across from each other. See? Okay, now we can pretty much just stick them all in. Okay, so we got them pretty much, you know, we got them snugged all the way around. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go around with this and do them, snug them up by hand. All right, guys. Yeah, we got her all put on. I already did the other one off camera. I'll show you it. I already did it off camera, so I got them both done up. So they're both ready to be put on and ran with the with my SRC BRP adapters. And I want to touch on those things again. Those things, I'm pretty sure that last pin I just lost. Because you know, I would have thought if it was shattered it or busted it, it would have been, you know, part of it would have been stuck in the outer drive cup. But it you know what I mean, you know that hole that goes in the center, you know, that the pin goes through. A part of that pin should have been stuck in there, but it wasn't stuck, because it usually is if it shatters one. So I don't think it shattered it. It just walked itself out, and then once the pin came out, then the rubber band just went back into the groove. So that's what I think happened. I'm really impressed with them, with those SRC adapters, and I'm ready to go back to these Genesis Super Spikes and see what's going on there. In next video, what I'm probably going to do is I want to do a setup, you know, a run with both tire setups, and you know, I'll adjust the wheelie bar and all that stuff, you know, accordingly. So next time we go out there to the fairgrounds with the 71, I also learned that with the 71, I need to start bringing, you know, more fuel, because if I'm going to go all the way to the fairgrounds, I want to be there for, you know, for a half an hour or so. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to start bringing some fuel, and you know, we're going to be getting, you know, more rip out of the 71, I guess, so to speak, is what I'm saying. So yeah, guys, I hope everybody liked the video. If you did, you know what to do, guys. We will see you in the next one.